everyone has been discussing Charlie Kirk's passing. YouTubers, actors, comedians, and political analysts. We have all expressed our thoughts on this young man's passing. To be quite honest, though, there is a specific group of folks that I assumed wouldn't have any opinion on this: federal employees. Why am I saying this now? First of all, the president's support for Charlie Kirk is publicly known. All right, so the president is in charge of the military. Naturally, however, we are learning that many military personnel are taking to social media to express their candid feelings toward Charlie Kirk. First, let's talk about Anthony Pugh. All right, he is employed by the Secret Service. He works for the Secret Service, okay? This man earns more than $120,000 annually. On social media, what posts does he make?
Down.
This man is a huge TikToker, in fact. He serves in the military as well, okay? Yes, you did hear him. He thinks for himself. All right. However, we will return to our topic of discussion, which is family. I'm not selling out or anything, to reiterate. However, if you are employed by the US military, you are currently employed by Donald Trump. Isn't that right? You work for conservatives and are a member of the Secret Service, and you made this public. How are they going to proceed? Take a look at their actions. I will explain to you exactly what they are doing. They're going to have a look. Your pages are being found by them. They locate your wives as well. They locate your children. All right? This is being done on a page known as the TikTok Libs. Okay? Also, this man is purportedly a member of the US Navy. All right? Comments are being made on this. This sailor, a former US Navy Chief Petty Officer, must be at least counsel. He makes use of his account's active duty status. Therefore, he is harming the US Navy's reputation, even if he claims that the opinions are not reflective. This is what they do after that. Good morning, First Class US Navy, CP-1PY officers, that's the man. His moniker seems to be commemorating Charlie Kirk's murder, in my opinion. This behavior appears inappropriate. They will thus examine this. They will watch that video. That man will be placed on leave. He will lose his job, all right? However, another man engages in the same behavior.
I swear I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about this.
The military officer who is laughing is claiming that Charlie Kirk has passed away. Once more, you can't tell anyone how you feel. Once more, though, when you work for someone, you work for the government and you work for Trump's administration, all right, as he is currently in charge of the nation. Well, you ought to use caution in this regard. You should be on the lookout for this if you currently work with any Republicans. People, including liberals, are being dismissed from MSNBC. Therefore, if it's too harsh, you will not just lose your job with conservatives, as no one wants that kind of blowback at this time. All right, this man posted this. What were they doing? This is where they discovered this photo of him. Correct. Take a look at what they stated. Blank, who is pursuing a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology, was born in Columbia, South Carolina. He was assigned to the chemical branch on active duty and will be attending Chemical BLC in Fort Linwood, Missouri, Blanket Blanky in Hawaii, and other locations. Correct? He intends to pursue a career in real estate management. They are therefore aware of all of these details about you, even your personal pages they discover. As we can see, he is in the Army. He has fingernails, huh? Therefore, I'm not sure if he's LGBTQ. Well, based on some of his posts, it would seem like he might be, but once more, they're looking for you. All right, have a look at what they say. Use TikTok to live. This POS, an Army officer based in Poland, is smiling at Charlie Kirk's murder. He must be made public. All right, this is what's happening right now. Once more, this is not how all black people feel.
The same God. You don't serve the same God as me anytime you can get online and celebrate the death of a man who gave his unsolicited opinion just like you do. To fix your mouth and make jokes about this man losing his life, this man was a husband, this man was a father. But to sit up and laugh and make jokes about it when you do exactly the same thing that he does, which is give your unsolicited opinion that nobody asked you for, there's somebody out there that don't like you either. There's somebody out there that don't like your opinions. There's somebody out there who would do the very same thing to you. So to sit up and laugh at somebody who only gave their opinion regardless of if you agree with it or not, thinking that it's okay for somebody to take that person's life and sit up and laugh about that. You don't serve the same God that I serve. A lot of y'all wonder why y'all life is so messed up and why you have the problems that you have. It's because you ain't got no God in you. You don't serve a higher power, and it shows. A lot of y'all are demonic. You have some evil spirits. I never listened to Charlie Kirk like that. I would see his stuff come across my timeline every now and then with his controversial takes, but I've never seen anything that he's personally done to justify somebody doing this to him. There's nothing to justify doing this to this man, regardless if you agree with his opinion or not. My prayers go out to his family. This is just a messed up situation, but it goes to show you just how far people will go when they don't like what you're saying.
Once more, comments are being made. Charlie Kirk's passing is only being commemorated by those who suffer from mental illness. This is what I want to express now. Additionally, I understand what the young woman is expressing in the final clip. I want to talk to you seriously. Earlier today, I discussed this with my mother. The president, who is now in office, is becoming increasingly strong. He is the most powerful president I have ever seen. Since Franklin D. Roosevelt served 3 terms during World War II, Trump is, in my opinion, the person who is consolidating and increasing executive authorities the most. He will now punish people for what is happening, which is what happens. He is different from other presidents, for example. He's responding on Twitter and other platforms as if he's aware of what's happening, all right? And you know you're taking a chance if you have to work with these guys. The gap between the black community and the white space within it is currently what we are witnessing. Black people are out here acting as though we have power and leverage, but we don't have the leverage that you might think, okay? So because white people force black people to cover more territory, what does that mean when you don't own anything? In the white space, it means the opportunity when you work for other people, and usually you had freedom of speech. However, now if you have freedom of speech, they're going to enforce that D is already done, right? You're trying to earn money by tearing and running, all right? It is not necessary for white folks to do it. Chinese people are not required to do that. In their communities, they have institutions. You'll also notice that they're not discussing topics similar to this. And the reason they don't discuss such topics is because they have money in institutions that they don't want to jeopardize. It goes without saying that the black community has experienced these things. We therefore have the right to weigh in on it, or at least feel as though we do. The drawback is that they can utilize this to get rid of you if they catch you and are ready to do so. All they can say is, well, your behavior on your social media accounts is inappropriate for someone who wishes to work here. You've been fired. Additionally, it's a simpler way to get rid of you, and since you're discussing it, you have no recourse. You are that. You thus must consider this. You serve in the U.S. military and government, and you're happy that Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. It's not necessary to just tell someone. Many people are relieved that he or she passed away, but they don't have to say anything because their clientele rely on it. It's their money. That is essential to their home, all right? Their mother is ill. Consider those things. We will also need to realize that we simply cannot say what we want to say when we work for someone until black people build the businesses and the economy in their neighborhoods. You can't just say whatever you want when you work for people who own things and you don't. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't. I had no idea Charlie Kirk had such a large following. I will tell the truth, I had no idea. The majority of us were unaware of how truly famous and influential he was because of his actions. I assumed it was a man running his mouth on TikTok. Now I'm learning that the man is a lot more significant than we initially believed, particularly to the right. This man has been killed then. The events involving Irina Zarushka have already infuriated white people. So punishing you is one way that Trump can increase his power. Conservative companies will punish you. Black folks were able to see the play and understand the current situation, all right? There is a difference, if you run your own company, have your own funds, and feel free to say whatever you want. However, you'd better reconsider if you have to report to work, particularly in the government at the moment where downsizing is already taking place. Keep your belongings private. Don't share your thoughts with others. You don't need to tell us what happened on Twitter if your wife needs your money and your children depend on you to provide for them. He's already gone and won't be returning. Do not remain silent if that is your feeling. Get out of it. Black folks had to understand the significance of that. After you're fired, you want to act racist all the time. Well, you have a strong president who's rapidly gaining more authority. He has increased his power by at least 400% since January. And you won't have a good ending. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you get fired, nobody in the black community will come to your aid. We really have no business hiring you in that manner. So you should be careful what you say at this moment. Keep your opinions to yourself, get your money, work with your community, invest in your people, have children, have bills, need your job, and try to make improvements. But it won't be a good idea to inform the world about someone you're glad died. They will be there all day, taking screenshots and doing other things. What do you guys think? Duke Jackson, your boy OSH, is back with another episode of the Celebrity Nonsense. For all the discoveries, Richard, we're out.